talk about cybersecurity. So I'm interested in your opinion on the government's role in keeping the grid safe from cyber attack.
Yeah. Government likes to keep all of the information to itself, and for some obvious reasons, but I would suggest that the private sector be brought more into, bring some of the leadership, and we do this to some degree. I just don't think it's enough, in my opinion, for the leadership of power generation, of transmission, of the power sector, if you will, to sit in on classified briefings so that they have a better idea about what the enemies of our country are doing.
Really are doing.
I was stunned at how little the private sector was brought in and their expertise used. So I think there should be a conversation at the highest levels of government. For instance, and this is a little bit off the subject, but I want to tell you just a quick story. I recruited a business to the state of Texas while I was the governor, because it's what we did, right?
Yep.
All through the 2000s. You know, I went to California, recruited businesses. I went at a lot of places, recruited businesses. And we got so good at it, we're kind of like, well, let's go recruit this business from this country. And we did, and we were successful. And they opened their business in North Dallas in the telecom community, the telecom corridor in North Dallas. And that was like 2013. In 2017, in my first classified briefing, that company was in the classified briefing. I knew nothing about it as the governor of the state of Texas.
Interesting.
That company was a major collector of information for the Communist Chinese Party.
Interesting.
That was Huawei.
Yeah.
And we all know what Huawei is now. But my point is, if you've got governors that are out engaged in economic development, and a lot of them are, you need to have a way to say, hey, Governor.
Here are the good guys. Here are the
Governor
bad
Jones,
guys. Yeah.
as you go out and recruit these businesses, you need to have this information.
Yeah.
And so it goes back to your initial question, what about cyber? What needs to be going on? This is what I saw from being a governor to being the Secretary of Energy, is that we do not, and I totally understand there's a balance here.
Yeah.
You can't just open up, hey, everybody, this is what we know about what's going on here. That's sensitive. There's a reason they call it classified. But there has to be a better way to relay information to governors, to businesses in the world we live in today, because I'm really afraid the next war that we fight is going to be with airplanes and bombs and carriers. It's going to be with technology that is in the cyber realm.